Right then guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to give you my latest thoughts and opinions on the players that have been linked with Liverpool over the past 24 to 48 hours. Try and keep it as short as possible for you, because yeah, I've had a few messages from a few people thinking, what do I think about this, what do I think about this. There's been a lot of news going about, you know, why have I not said anything. But for me guys, it's all basically the same stuff. There's nothing new that's come out other than since I did my last video about Thuram and Manu Kone. But here we are anyway. So let's start off with that defender that's been linked with us from Wolfsburg. We've got Mickey van der Ven. I think personally this is lazy journalism. It's been picked up and put out there by the local Wolfsburg media, and it's behind a paywall as well. So for me guys, I think it's just them trying to drive clicks to their website. You know, they've seen George Schmadtke go to Liverpool and they've kind of gone, who could we link with us at Wolfsburg to Liverpool? What can we do to drive traffic to us? Mickey van der Ven, he got taken to Wolfsburg by Schmadtke. Obviously Liverpool looking for a left-sided, left-footed defender. You know, if you believe the reports, we went after Vardiol. He was too expensive, so this is the backup option. If I was to believe this link, I would say he's the third option, because we've seen other defenders linked with us since then. You know, we've had, I believe Liverpool probably did inquire about Vardiol. He's probably one of the best up-and-coming defenders in the world. Very strong, very fast, and it's something that Liverpool would go for. Obviously, Leipzig won about 100 million euros for him, which Liverpool are not going to pay this window, especially with everything else we've got going on. So that rules him out. The next player I think Liverpool went for in that type of position was Evan Ndika. Now, if you believe the rumours, obviously he's a free transfer, but the wages and the signing on fee that he wanted was supposedly, I've put a lot of teams off, like other Premier League teams as well, have been put off by his demands. So that's another reason why probably Liverpool have stepped away from that one. So if it is true, guys, I would say he's probably a third choice for this position. But just on the player himself, like he played, like Wolfsburg didn't finish in Europe. They finished about 8th or something like that. So I wouldn't, and the price as well is supposed to be 40 million. Like, would you be happy with spending 40 million and going on a bit of a risky transfer, isn't it? You know, if his third choice, 40 million. I mean, he does seem to have a little bit of pace. Like, I've seen that one clip of him where he starts off running from the opponent's area and gets all the way back to his own to defend an open goal and stop them scoring, which was, it was impressive, to be fair. Like, it really was. But anybody can be made to look good on clips, guys, online. So other than that, I don't really know anything else about him, because I didn't look into it, because when I just saw the link straight away, I just thought, you're putting them things together there. Schmadtke from Wolfsburg to Liverpool. Who could we link up with Liverpool? You know, who do they need? There you go, guys. I think that's what that link is there. I could be wrong. You know, my opinion could be totally wrong, but that's just kind of where I sit right now with that one. Right, next up, we'll move on to Allister. Now, a lot of people, especially Fabrizio Romano, are going, oh, you know, it's going to be done by next week. Some people saying it's done. This is where I stand right now. It's not done, because I don't think the contract is signed, the pictures haven't been taken, the interview's not been done, none of that's done. So it's not a finished transfer. What I will say is, I think it's verbally agreed. Everything's verbally agreed, but just none of the I's have been dotted and none of the T's have been crossed yet. I think that's probably going to happen imminently, you know, probably within the next week or so. It could be announced next week, it could be announced when the transfer window opens, guys. Who knows? I do believe Alexis Allister will be a Liverpool player, but at the same time, we've seen stuff happen over the years where, you know, you've got to look at Lee Bowyer. He was at Melwood with the scarf, with Julia and everything like that, and then that deal fell through due to the backlash that it got. Then we had Nabil Fekir, who even filmed his welcome to Liverpool interview, and that fell apart. So until it's officially announced by the club, guys, I am not going to say that it's done. What I will say is, though, I do believe it's all verbally agreed right now with Alexis Allister. Next up, we'll go with Thuram and Kone. Now, I think there's a little bit of something going on here, and you might want to put your conspiracy caps on here and just, you know, you can tell me I'm full of shit or whatever. But I just think it's very, very strange that this has been leaked at all. Liverpool generally do their business very quietly. We never hear anything until it's done, you know, like, done. I'm sick of that word now with everyone going on about Alexis McAllister. Till it's completed, you know what I mean? Like, Fabinho came out of nowhere. Gakpo pretty much came out of nowhere. No one was going on about Gakpo, was there, until it was done. Anyway, so what I think's happened here is, I think Liverpool have leaked these rumours out there because when Liverpool were first linked with having George Schmadtke coming in as the sporting director, it didn't sit well with the fans, did it? You know, the rumours of him being hard to work with, who's this guy coming from Wolfsburg or whatever, he's coming out of retirement, he's only signing a 3-month contract, what's all that about, what's going on here, something don't fit right. So what I think Liverpool have done here is kind of gone, right, Schmadtke's in, let's put it out there that we're doing this now. So then Liverpool fans that, you know, and football fans in general, that don't really pay attention to this type of stuff will go, bloody hell, that were quick. He's only been at job a day. And Kone and Thuram, they're on the way. Like, you know, we're in talks already. I think that Schmadtke's had an input on McAllister. I think he's been helping with that deal for a few weeks now. I do believe that the Manu Kone and the Thuram links are genuine. I do believe that. I do believe Liverpool are in talks with them. But just the way it was put out there, I just think it's been put out there to build a bit of hype and a bit of encouragement in the fan base around the appointment of George Schmadtke. That's why I think we're seeing this now. But on to the players. If I had to pick one, and I've done a bit of digging now, I would pick Thuram. And this is based on Kone's injury record. Now, it's not bad, like it's not like insanely bad, but Thuram is pretty much clean. Kone looks very similar to how Naby Keita looked when he came, and I just don't want to have that happen again. You know, touch wood, if we sign him, all will be good. The both of them look very impressive. The stats are fairly similar. They're both playing a very similar position, although be it Kone is more of a 6 still, whereas Thuram's moved from a 6 into a bit of an 8, where he's a bit more attacking and he's getting a bit more involved in the goals and the assists. Like, if you look at my video that I put out the other day about both players, I think Thuram's overall goal participation with his team is about 12%. So yeah, that's the only reason I'm going towards Thuram at the moment, just based on injury record. So yeah, but how do I feel about these two players? Let's just get back to that bit. I think Manu Kone is probably more of a Liverpool signing right now. I think that the price just seems to fit. You know, he's rumoured to be around £30 million or €30 million. I've seen both. If it's €30 million, it'll be a lot cheaper than £30 million. Whereas Thuram is more towards the 50-60 million marker. Both players, I reckon, would be up for the move to Liverpool. You know, it's all gone very quiet on Ryan Gravenberch as well. Have you noticed that? So maybe something's changed there in the ways of, now that I'm thinking about it, you know, Liverpool obviously wanted Gravenberch. Gravenberch wanted Liverpool, but Bayern don't want to sell. Have Liverpool moved on to other targets, or are these all just smoke screens to make Bayern go, oh, if we don't sell Gravenberch now, we'll never be able to sell him type thing? I don't know. But yeah, I believe the links are genuine. If I had to pick one that's probably closer at the moment in time, just based on price, I'm going to go Manu Kone. I'd say that he's probably the one that's most likely to come to Liverpool, just like I say, on price. If I had to pick one myself, it would be Thuram, just on injury record. But as I said in my video the other day, both players have been labelled as the alternative to Jude Bellingham, so I can't see in a world that we'd sign both in the first place. Like, I wish we would, but with them both just having that link, you know, the label, so we say, I'd say that it's either or. It's not going to be both. But we'll see what happens there, guys. Anyway, let me know down below your thoughts and everything I've just mentioned today. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Like, you know, I'm very close to 1,000 subs now. It's not something that I was aiming to do, but I seem to be getting there now. So yeah, I can hit 1,000 subs, that'd be good before the summer transfer window opens. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys.